know what she did?
The story of the Exorcist begins in Iraq, where Father Merrin, an elderly Catholic priest, uncovers ancient relics tied to the demon Pazuzu. Under the scorching desert sun, Merrin feels the overwhelming presence of evil, a foreshadowing of the battle that lies ahead. The discovery sets the stage for a terrifying confrontation between faith and darkness. Meanwhile, in Georgetown, Washington, D.C., actress Chris MacNeil is living a seemingly normal life while working on a new film. She shares a warm relationship with her daughter, Regan, a sweet and innocent young girl. But their peaceful world is shattered when Regan begins exhibiting strange behavior. It starts small: odd noises in the attic, sudden mood swings, and unusual health complaints. Doctors assure Chris that it's nothing more than medical or psychological issues, but the truth is far more sinister. Regan's condition quickly deteriorates. Her behavior turns violent and unpredictable, with outbursts of shocking language and physical aggression. Soon, her body begins to do impossible things. She levitates, her head twists unnaturally, and her voice shifts into deep, guttural tones that no child could produce. Chris is terrified, and despite endless medical tests, no one can explain what is happening. Desperate for answers, she turns to Father Damien Carras, a young priest and psychiatrist who is struggling with his own crisis of faith after the death of his mother. Father Carras investigates Regan's case and slowly becomes convinced that she is not suffering from any illness but is possessed by a demonic entity. The church approves an exorcism, and they call upon Father Merrin, who has experience battling such evil. Together, Merrin and Carras enter Regan's room, where the air becomes unnaturally cold, the bed shakes violently, and Regan, now fully consumed by the demon, mocks them with cruel taunts and horrifying blasphemies. The exorcism becomes a brutal war of wills. The priests recite prayers, sprinkle holy water, and demand that the demon depart. The demon lashes back, dredging up their deepest fears and twisting their faith. The once innocent child is transformed into a grotesque vessel of evil, her body battered and scarred by the possession. Yet both priests refuse to give up, determined to save her soul no matter the cost. As the battle rages on, the strain proves too much for Father Merrin, whose health has been failing. He dies quietly in Regan's room, leaving Carras alone with the demon. Overcome with grief and rage, Carras makes a desperate decision. He calls out to the demon, demanding that it take him instead of Regan. The entity accepts, leaping from the girl's body into Carras. For a fleeting moment, Regan is free, but Carras, now possessed, summons the strength to hurl himself out the bedroom window. He crashes down the long flight of stone steps outside, killing himself but defeating the demon. The following day, Regan has no memory of the possession or the horrors she endured. Chris prepares to leave Georgetown with her daughter, but before they go, Regan shares a quiet, almost instinctive moment with Father Dyer, Carras's friend. Though she cannot remember, some part of her seems to recognize the sacrifice that was made for her. The Exorcist ends on a haunting note, a story of faith, sacrifice, and the eternal struggle between good and evil. Decades after its release, it remains one of the most shocking and influential horror films ever made, a film so disturbing that audiences fainted, screamed, and even ran from theaters when it first appeared on screen. Its legacy as the scariest movie of all time still holds strong, a chilling reminder of what happens when innocence collides with unimaginable darkness. Thanks for watching.